Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about the Python functions. First of all, what is a function? Why we need a function? That we will discuss. Function means a set of statements together and they will perform some tasks. Okay, set of statements and they perform some tasks. Why we need function? Because while writing the programs or a large program, if we want to repeat the same code number of times, then instead of writing the same code again and again, we will create a function. We'll put those statements within the function. Then we can call the function instead of writing all the programs. So the to reuse the programs or statements, we can use the functions. So which is where it will reduce the code. That's why we'll use function. Okay. Then what are the types of function? Basically, there are two types of function. Like built-in functions which are already predefined in the Python or any other programming language. For example, in Python, there is a built-in function like printf, print, and for read line, and built-in functions like print and read, like that. Okay, input, range, many functions are there, built-in functions. Okay, these are already predefined. Okay, they are called built-in functions. User-defined function means the function which is going to define by user. Okay, for a purpose of using in this program. For example, I have to use some function addition in my program number of times, like 5 to 6 times. Then I'll make it as a function, so that every time I need to use the add function, I will call that function instead of writing the same code again and again. Okay, I will show you how to uh, create a user defined function. Okay, then what are the advantages of functions in Python? By using function, you can avoid the rewriting of the same logic or a code again and again. That's what I said before. We can avoid the writing of the code again and again. We can call the function multiple times in the program, many times, anywhere we want the function, we can call that. We can track large number of programs easily when it is divided into multiple functions. Okay, we can track wherever our function needed means available. Then we can track the program. Reusability is the main achievement. Means reusing the code. Okay, with simple function. Then how to create a function? To create a function, we use keyword called def. Def is used to create the function, followed by function name. Okay, def keyword followed by function name, and within parenthesis we'll pass the arguments or parameters. Okay, after that inside we'll write the function block, means set of statements. Then we will return the result to the calling function. Okay, either we can return the calling result to the calling function, or we don't have even we do not have a return statement also, but there should be only one return statement. Okay, then how to call the statement? I have written the function, I have defined the function, but how to call the function? We can call the function using the function name. Okay, we can call the function using the function name. Okay, like this. We just call the function name. Okay, now we will see with example how to define the function. Okay, now to define function, what I need? to use f is a keyword. My function is addition. Okay, addition. So I have to add two numbers, a comma b. So the arguments a and b are arguments. Now we need to perform addition operation here. Sum is equals to a plus b. Okay, now I want to return sum. Okay, you can return sum or just print here only without any return statement. Print sum. So you can also do like this, or you can return sum. Okay, so I have defined function here now. Now I want to call this function. To run this function, I have to call this function. Okay, so print addition. So I'm calling the function name addition. So arguments values, we have to give the arguments value. A value is 10, comma b value 20. So now I will execute this. See, the result will be 30. 10 plus 20, 30. Like this, we will call the function. Okay. See, to define the function, we will use diff keyword followed by function name. It can be any function name followed by arguments, and within the block we will write the statements. Then we have to return statement. There is only one return statement. Okay. Then we have to call the function. How to call? Using function name, and we have to pass the arguments values. You can also take input from the user side. I have shown how to take input from the user side in my previous videos. Just nothing. You just check out that. It is very easy to get input from the user. Okay, using input function. Okay. Now we will move further. Next, arguments in the function. Okay, what arguments will do? Argument gives the information which are passed to the function. Like in our programming, we have passed two arguments a and b, which are providing information to perform addition. Okay, so arguments, I have passed two arguments to perform addition. Okay, like that. Next, what it is important. This is very much important. All immutable data types are called by values. Immutable data type means tuple. Okay, frozen set, string. These are immutable data type, means we can't able to change the values. So all immutable data types are called by values. So it won't affect the original values. And all mutable data types are called by reference. So whatever we do operation, it will affect the original values. So mutable data types like list and dictionary, set, these are all mutable data type. If we do any operations on this, it will change the original values. But in immutable data type, it won't change the original values. We just keep this in mind. Very much important. Then types of arguments. So what are all the types of argument we can able to pass? So for that, we have four types of arguments. First one is positional arguments or required arguments. What it means, for example, we are passing the two arguments here, A and B, other two arguments. So here we defined two arguments. A and B are the two arguments. We should pass the values same as that of the existing. Like for example, A value should be at the first value and B is the second argument. We can't able to pass third argument because there is only two arguments, means positional. We have to pass the argument same as that of the existence. Okay, we can't change their values types. Okay, and also we can't able to add multiple arguments. For example, see I have passing multiple arguments. If I run this, I'll get an error. See, addition takes only two positional arguments, but three were given. Okay, we'll get an error. We should pass same number of arguments which we are defined, and value should also be passed in same manner. Okay, if you do other, like for example, if you do passing 4 or 5 values, then it will result an error. This is called positional argument. Number of arguments present in function definition should be equal to number of arguments passing in the function call should be same, and their position is also the same. Okay, A value at the first position and B value at the second position. And next one is keyword arguments. Keyword arguments means we can change the position of the argument. Before what I said in positional argument, you can't able to change the position. For example, I want to print student information. Okay, I want to student information. Your name. I am printing age. Okay, print name. Print age. Okay, these are the arguments. Name and age are the two arguments. Now I need to pass the arguments for student. Name should be name. Okay, age is 30. Like this. For positional argument, I have to pass like this. I will execute this. See, Suresh 30. Okay. Okay. Now, if I pass, this is our positional arguments. Okay. Now we are discussing about the keyword argument. Keyword argument means we can able to change the position of the arguments. For example, we can pass argument in age as first. How we can able to do? Age is equals to 30. Name is equals to Suresh. So by using like this, we can change the position of the arguments. That's why it is called as keyword arguments. So we are passing values based on the keyword. Okay. So likewise we can we can change the position of the argument. Okay. Now I will execute this. See, Suresh 30. Name is Suresh and age is 30. Like that, can able to pass. Now next one is default arguments. Sometimes we have to pass the default value, okay, for the argument. Then on the time what we have to do, for example, age I want to make place is equals to default value Bangalore. Okay, default by default place is Bangalore. Okay, then I have to print place. Okay, if we won't pass the default value, then it will automatically print the default value Bangalore. Now I'm defining the result is equals to student of name Suresh, age 26, place as Mysore. So this one, okay, print result. Now it will print Mysore because I am sending the value for the place. Okay, Suresh 26 Mysore. Okay, what if I not if I am not pass the third argument? It will print the default value, which is Bangalore. Okay, it will print default value Bangalore. Okay, likewise we can pass the default value. That's why we call default arguments. Okay, and last one is variable length argument. What is variable length argument means? Sometimes we don't know number of argument we need to pass. Okay, we don't know number of argument we need to pass. Then what we have to do in that case? So for that we can use hash rich followed by argument names argument. So by using this we can pass number of arguments with comma separated values. Then it will read number of arguments passed by us and then it will display. I will show how to do it. Define student. Okay, I don't know number of students, so I am passing as star names. Okay, like this we can pass the arguments. We don't know number of arguments need to pass, so that's why in advance. So that's why I use star names, means variable length arguments. Now I want to print the names of the student. For name in names, print name. Okay. Now I will call the function result is equal to student of, you can pass any number of arguments. Suresh, Naresh, Mahesh, Ganesh, like that. You can pass any number of arguments. Sukesh, Ramesh, like this. You can pass any number of arguments. So in advance we don't know number of arguments to be passed. So that's why we are passing any number of arguments by using variable length arguments. Now I will print. I will execute this one. See, it has printed Suresh, Naresh, Mahesh, Ganesh, Sukesh, Ramesh. Like this, we can pass the variable length arguments. Now, when we don't know the number of arguments need to be passed, then we will use variable length argument. This is all about the basic concept of functions. Okay, I will see further in my next tutorial. Okay, thank you guys.